The 5 worst presidents in American history, ranked by historians and voters. Every election comes with hope. Some come with regret, but in American history, one president stands above the rest as the one people most wish they had never elected. Not just disliked, not just controversial, regretted. Regret isn't the same as being unpopular. Some presidents were hated, then redeemed by history. Others were loved, then exposed by time. So we're using 2 measurements: what voters later said, what history actually shows. Every 4 years Americans choose a president. Sometimes history applauds that choice. Sometimes it asks, what were we thinking? But here's the important part. The presidents on this list didn't simply have bad weeks. Their decisions affected wars, civil rights, the economy, the Constitution, and millions of lives. Understanding their successes and failures helps us recognize better leadership today. Today we're counting down the top 5 worst presidents in American history, combining historical scholarship with modern public opinion. Let's begin, shall we?
By modern polling standards, Donald Trump is the most consistently unpopular president in U.S. history. He never reached majority approval. His average approval rating was the lowest of any modern president, and post-election surveys show millions of voters openly saying they regret voting for him. 2 impeachments didn't help, neither did relentless polarization. Trump wasn't just controversial, he produced durable regret, the kind that doesn't fade with time. Joe Biden also shows high voter regret, but for different reasons. Inflation, cost of living, age concerns. Many voters admit they didn't vote for Biden. They voted against Trump. That's not loyalty, that's a rental, still being evaluated because his presidency is recent. Why he's included. Few presidents have divided Americans more than Donald Trump. Throughout his presidencies, supporters praised his immigration policies, judicial appointments, and deregulatory agenda. Critics point to his conduct surrounding the 2020 election, 2 impeachments, and unusually low average approval ratings compared with other modern presidents. Because his political legacy is still unfolding, historians caution that his long-term ranking remains uncertain. His place on this list reflects current public debate rather than a settled historical consensus.
Number 4, Warren G. Harding. Warren Harding promised normalcy after World War I. Instead, several members of his administration became involved in corruption scandals, most famously the Teapot Dome affair. Although Harding himself was never proven to have directed the corruption, historians consistently criticize his leadership and poor judgment in choosing trusted advisors.
Number 3, Richard Nixon. And here's why. Nixon wasn't regretted for policy. He was regretted for betrayal. Watergate didn't just end a presidency. It damaged trust in the office itself. Richard Nixon achieved significant foreign policy successes, including opening relations with China. But Watergate permanently damaged public trust. Facing almost certain impeachment and removal, Nixon became the only U.S. president to resign from office. He was a crook.
Jimmy Carter is number 2. Carter left office deeply unpopular. Gas lines, inflation, hostage crisis. History softened his image, but voters in 1980 didn't forget the pain.
If we remove emotion, parties, and polling, historians overwhelmingly agree on one name: James Buchanan. He watched the nation fracture. He did nothing as states seceded. He believed stopping it wasn't his job. By the time he left office, the Civil War was unavoidable. Lincoln didn't inherit a problem. He inherited a catastrophe. Buchanan isn't regretted because he was loud. He's regretted because he failed when leadership mattered most.
History doesn't care about campaign slogans, it keeps the receipts. Subscribe for more savage, fact-driven American history. Share this with somebody who thinks presidential consequences disappear after Election Day. Then comment, who should be number 1? Because the ballot may close in one night, but the damage can last for generations.